Today, we're diving into lesser-known ways inspired by Amish traditions to help you cut costs in your kitchen, live more sustainably, and discover practical tips your wallet will love. Number 1. Money-smart meal plans. Planning out every meal for the week might sound tedious, but Amish families prove it's the quickest way to cut food expenses. By noting exactly what you'll cook each day, you won't overbuy groceries or face that nightly "what's for dinner?" panic. Jot down a simple list of ingredients you already have, and build your menu around those items first. Then fill in any gaps with fresh produce that's in season, which is cheaper and tastes better. You'll also avoid last-minute takeout, which can drain your budget faster than you realize. Planning meals helps you spot overlapping ingredients too. If you're using ground beef for chili on Monday, you might stretch the leftovers into tacos on Tuesday. It all adds up to fewer impulsive buys and a more organized kitchen where everything has a purpose. Number 2. Backyard bounty. Growing even a small portion of your own food can shrink your grocery bill by hundreds of dollars each year. The Amish excel at cultivating large gardens, but you don't need acres of land to get started. A couple of potted herbs, tomato plants, or bean vines on a sunny balcony can already save serious cash. Choose low-maintenance veggies first, like tomatoes or lettuce, which practically thrive on neglect. The key is to harvest your produce at its peak, when it's nutrient-rich, bursting with flavor, and costing you nothing more than a bit of water and time. Many people are shocked when they realize a single tomato plant can yield dozens of fresh tomatoes worth well over $50 if you'd bought them in a store. Number 3. Bulk shopping strategy. Amish pantries are legendary, often lined with giant containers of flour, sugar, oats, and other essentials purchased at bulk prices. It might seem like a big upfront cost, but buying large quantities can cut your per-unit price by half or more. You'll also reduce trips to the store, saving time and fuel. The trick is proper storage. Seal everything in airtight containers to keep insects and humidity at bay. Many Amish families also team up to buy in bulk, splitting the cost. If that's an option, gather a few friends or neighbors and tackle those family-sized deals together. You end up with better prices, less packaging waste, and enough staple ingredients to last months. Number 4. The power of bartering. Trading homemade goods might sound old-fashioned, but Amish communities have been using bartering to keep costs low for generations. Got extra berries from your garden? Swap them for fresh eggs from someone who raises chickens. Have a talent for baking pies? Trade a neighbor for their goat's milk or home-churned butter. This system builds community bonds and helps everyone cut expenses. In many places, local swap meets or social media groups now bring bartering into modern life. It's a no-cash way to broaden your pantry and enjoy high-quality products. Number 5. Transform leftovers. If there's one rule Amish cooks live by, it's never wasting food. Leftovers get second chances at soups, casseroles, stir-fries, and more. Even stale bread can become French toast, bread pudding, croutons, or homemade breadcrumbs that upgrade any dish. Slightly overripe fruit is perfect for pies, jams, or smoothies. Got leftover chicken from Sunday dinner? Shred it and toss it into Monday's salad. The average family throws out up to $2,000 worth of perfectly good food each year. That waste shrinks dramatically when you see leftovers as ingredients for new meals rather than trash. Number 6. Homemade breads and pastries. Baking your own bread can be incredibly therapeutic, not to mention cost-effective. Store-bought loaves often cost $3 or $4, while homemade versions can be under $1 per loaf. Amish cooks also understand you can use one dough recipe for multiple things: sandwich bread, dinner rolls, cinnamon buns, and pizza crust. Flour, water, yeast, and a bit of sugar or honey. These simple ingredients become an array of baked goods for a fraction of store prices. Plus, nothing beats the smell of fresh bread wafting through your home. It's a small investment of your time for a significant return in flavor and savings. Number 7. Seasonal eating. Ever notice how strawberries taste sweet in June but bland and pricey in January? The Amish plan their meals around what's in season, ensuring maximum flavor and minimum expense. When a fruit or vegetable is at its peak, you'll find lower costs and better taste. Think robust squash and pumpkins in the fall, or plump tomatoes in summer. The more you embrace nature's calendar, the less likely you'll pay exorbitant prices for produce flown in from across the world. You'll also appreciate how each season brings its own unique flavors, making your meals more special and satisfying. Number 8. Mastering canning. While the rest of the world seems to rely on freezers, Amish families still can foods to preserve them for months. It's not just about making jam. You can also can vegetables, meats, soups, and sauces, locking in flavor and nutrients. You don't need fancy equipment to begin. Start with a large pot, jars, and lids. The initial investment might feel like a lot, but those jars become your ticket to off-season savings. Instead of paying winter prices for tomatoes or peaches, open a jar of your own from the summer harvest. Canning also reduces waste because any surplus produce can be put up for later. Number 9. Hand-me-down tools. Instead of splurging on the newest kitchen gadgets, the Amish often rely on time-tested tools handed down through the family. Think well-seasoned cast iron pans, sturdy wooden spoons, and reliable kitchen shears that last decades instead of months. While it's tempting to buy cheap equipment, you'll spend more in the long run replacing them. A cast iron skillet may cost a bit more initially, but can literally outlive you. Invest in core pieces, sharp knives, durable pots, and maybe a good rolling pin. And skip the clutter of gimmicky appliances that collect dust. Number 10. Bacon grease brilliance. In many Amish kitchens, bacon grease is saved rather than discarded. It adds instant flavor to fried potatoes, green beans, or scrambled eggs without having to buy additional oil or butter. Store it in a jar, seal it tight, and keep it in a cool place. A little spoonful can make a dish feel like you're feasting at a country diner. It's an example of the classic use what you have mindset. Instead of pouring flavorful fat down the drain, the Amish transform it into a valuable cooking asset that enhances just about any savory meal. Number 11. Family cooking sessions. Cooking becomes less of a chore and more of a communal activity when everyone pitches in. Amish households often have multiple generations working together in the kitchen. Kids wash veggies, parents chop, grandparents season and oversee. It cuts down on the time spent cooking each meal and teaches important life skills. When each family member becomes responsible for part of a meal, you reduce the temptation for costly convenience foods or takeout. There's also a sense of pride in serving something you've prepared together. Number 12. Simple soups and stews. One-pot wonders are a classic Amish strategy for feeding big families on tight budgets. Gather carrots, onions, potatoes, and any other veggies you have, combine them with an affordable cut of meat or soup bones, and simmer everything slowly in a single pot. The low heat allows flavors to develop, and you can stretch the dish over multiple days. This approach requires less cleanup, uses less energy, and often tastes even better as leftovers. Add a loaf of homemade bread on the side, and you'll feel like you're at a cozy family dinner on a chilly evening. Number 13. Skip the microwave. While microwaves are convenient, Amish families often use stovetops or ovens for reheating. Why? Because when you're warming larger portions, a stove or oven can be more energy efficient. It also preserves texture and flavor in a way microwaves often can't. Reheating soup? Let it simmer gently on the stove. Warming a casserole? Use your oven. These small shifts can save on energy bills and improve how your food tastes. Modern studies back this up. Using your oven to reheat multiple portions at once may use less total energy than multiple microwave runs. Number 14. DIY dairy. It's surprising how straightforward making dairy products can be. Yogurt, warm milk, a starter culture, and a bit of patience. Butter? Just heavy cream and a jar, or churn if you want an arm workout. Farmer cheese? Add vinegar or lemon juice to hot milk, strain, and voila. These old-school methods slash your grocery bill, especially if your family goes through a lot of dairy. Plus, homemade dairy has fewer additives, letting the fresh flavor of milk shine. Some Amish households even turn these skills into small-scale businesses, selling butter or cheese locally. Number 15. Curb restaurant visits. Dining out is one of the quickest ways to blow a tight budget. Rather than frequent restaurants or fast food joints, the Amish typically eat at home with family. However, that doesn't mean the food is plain. With a bit of planning, you can replicate your favorite restaurant meals in your own kitchen. Pizza, pasta dishes, even fancy desserts, often at a fraction of the cost. If you do decide to dine out occasionally, make it an event, not a habit. Set aside a special day and fully enjoy the experience, instead of relying on restaurants when you don't feel like cooking. Number 16. Make your own mixes. Prepackaged pancake or muffin mixes seem convenient until you realize they're mostly flour, sugar, and leavening. You can easily blend those at home in just a few minutes. Keep labeled jars with your favorite mixes so you're always ready to cook something delicious without overspending on brand name packaging. This also applies to spice blends, taco seasoning, gravy packets, whatever you find in those little store-bought envelopes. A basic spice rack can handle almost all of them for a fraction of the price. Number 17. Embrace community events. Amish social life often revolves around gatherings where everyone contributes a dish, whether it's a barn raising or a potluck. Adapting this idea, you can rotate hosting duties with friends. Each person brings one dish and you share a large, varied meal together. It's cheaper than throwing an entire dinner party solo and fosters a stronger sense of community. You also get to taste different cooking styles and swap recipes. Less stress, more fun, and a big win for your wallet. Number 18. Resourceful repairs. Torn tablecloths, ripped oven mitts, loose pot handles. Amish households fix them instead of tossing them. A few basic repair skills can save hundreds of dollars annually. Learn how to reattach handles, patch small tears, and sharpen knives. Even an old apron can be mended multiple times before you truly have to say goodbye. These small efforts keep useful items out of landfills, giving you more mileage from the things you already own. A sturdy tool that's been fixed up can last years longer than a brand new cheap gadget. Number 19. Teach kids early. Amish children learn from a young age how to knead dough, stir soup, and identify fresh produce. Encouraging kids to help in the kitchen not only equips them with lifelong skills, it also helps them appreciate the effort and cost behind each meal. Over time, they become less likely to waste food. You can start small. Maybe they wash vegetables or measure flour. As they get older, they'll tackle more complex tasks. By the time they're teenagers, cooking a full dinner is second nature, and you'll have built a family culture where good food and frugality go hand in hand. Number 20. Cook once, eat twice. Large batch cooking isn't just a meal prep trend, it's an Amish staple. Rather than making single portions daily, double or triple your recipes and freeze the extras. Homemade soups, stews, and casseroles usually freeze well, letting you pull out a ready-made meal on busy nights. The key is smart storage. Label each container with the date so nothing goes to waste in the back of the freezer. This tactic slashes the temptation to order takeout when you're short on time. You'll also notice your grocery bills stabilize, as you won't be continually buying last-minute ingredients. Number 21. Avoid single-use disposables. Paper towels and disposable plates might look convenient, but they add up. Many Amish families stick to cloth napkins, real dishes, and rags made from old shirts or towels. At first, it seems like a bit more laundry, but you'll soon see substantial savings. One family might spend a few $100s a year on paper products alone, whereas a stack of cloth napkins can last years. It's also more eco-friendly, cutting down on the amount of trash in landfills. Once you get used to it, using cloth becomes second nature. Number 22. The root cellar method. In many traditional Amish homes, the root cellar is a vital extension of the pantry. Cool, dark, and slightly humid conditions keep vegetables like potatoes, carrots, and onions fresh for months. You can mimic this approach even if you don't have a classic cellar. A dark closet, basement area, or even a buried outdoor container can serve as a mini root cellar. This method lets you stock up when prices are low in the harvest season. You'll cut down on frequent store runs and enjoy produce that stays fresh far longer than it would in a standard fridge. Number 23. Homemade snacks. Buying prepackaged granola bars, chips, or cookies might feel convenient, but the costs pile up over time. Amish families tend to make snacks like cookies, popcorn, or fruit leathers themselves, cutting out markup prices. Simple granola bars require just oats, honey, peanut butter, and optional add-ins like chocolate chips or nuts. You can whip up a batch in under 20 minutes. The difference in cost is huge. Store-bought energy bars can be around $2 each, while homemade ones might be 25 cents. Plus, you have full control over ingredients, avoiding unnecessary sugar and additives. Number 24, community food co-ops. In some Amish towns, co-ops allow families to pool resources and purchase items at significantly reduced prices. Even in non-Amish areas, food co-ops, CSA community-supported agriculture shares, or local produce clubs help you eat well on a small budget. You pay a subscription fee, but in return, you get weekly boxes of fresh, local produce. This system often cuts out the middleman, passing the savings to you. If you ever receive more produce than you can handle, it's a perfect opportunity to practice your canning, freezing, or bartering skills. Number 25, the one-pot cleanup trick. One reason big families love Amish recipes is the minimal cleanup. By focusing on one-pot or one-pan meals, you drastically reduce dishes, which saves water and dish soap costs. Throw everything, vegetables, starches, spices, a protein, into a large pot or baking dish, let the flavors mingle, and you have a hearty meal in no time. Washing one big pot after dinner is far quicker and cheaper than scrubbing a pile of pans, saving not only money but also precious minutes you can spend with family or on other tasks. Number 26, self-made seasonings. Tired of paying for single-use seasoning packets? The Amish method is to buy spices in bulk and mix your own. For taco seasoning, combine chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and paprika. For a quick ranch mix, use dried buttermilk powder, parsley, garlic, onion, and dill. You control the salt and can adjust heat levels to your liking. Store these blends in small mason jars and you'll always have them on hand. A few dollars spent on bulk spices can yield dozens of packets worth of seasoning, easily saving $100 or more per year. Number 27, low-tech food preservation. Modern freezers are great, but electricity can be expensive, and not everyone wants to rely on it for everything. Amish families sometimes dehydrate foods using simple racks or solar dehydrators. Apples, tomatoes, herbs, and more can be dried to preserve flavor and nutrition. Dehydrated fruits make healthy snacks, and dried veggies or herbs can be rehydrated later for soups. Dehydration saves space too, which is crucial if your freezer is already packed. It's an ancient technique that doesn't require fancy machines, just patience, airflow, and a bit of sunshine, or a low oven temperature. Number 28, thrifty clothing habits. Amish communities are known for simple, functional clothing. While you might not adopt their exact style, the principle of minimal, high-quality garments applies to household items too, like aprons, dishcloths, and oven mitts. Buy or make a few sturdy versions that last years instead of a dozen cheap pieces that wear out quickly. Mending small holes or tears right away extends their life even further. And if something is beyond repair, it often becomes a cleaning rag or pot holder. This no-waste approach ensures you're getting every drop of value out of each fabric purchase. Number 29, the only product we ever promote. The Amish lifestyle reminds us to preserve skills and knowledge before they're lost. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, detailing 126 superfoods and preservation methods from historical crisis times. These recipes and techniques give us a direct link to the past when people had to rely on their own ingenuity to survive. You can also check out a book about herbal remedies by Nicole Apelian at their store. If you're watching this on TV, look up our channel Frugal Solutions on your phone or tablet to find the books by clicking the link in our channel description or any other video description. Keeping these traditions alive for the next generation is a crucial step toward true self-reliance. Number 30, embrace self-sufficiency. Beneath all these tips, baking bread, growing gardens, canning fruits, and repairing tools, The real Amish secret is self-sufficiency. It's the idea that you should rely on your own hands and local community before running to the store. That mindset ripples through every aspect of daily life, reducing costs and building pride in what you create. Each small step from mending a torn dish towel to making your own yogurt frees you from feeling dependent on endless consumer goods. By embracing self-sufficiency, you save money, gain valuable skills, and feel more connected to your food, your home, and the people around you. It's not about living in the past. It's about using time-tested wisdom to shape a simpler, thriftier future for everyone.